welcome to Kathaayaana. This is Tuesday Toast. Every Tuesday, I share with you quick, crunchy, bite-sized stories covering a wide range of topics. Mahatma Gandhi ji, in his younger days, was shy. He was hesitant to speak in front of any audience. In his autobiography, The Story of My Experiments with Truth, he shares a couple of incidents and also says that that weakness turned into his strength. When Gandhiji was in England for his further studies, he had become a member of the Vegetarian Society there, and very soon he was elected on the executive committee, which meant that Gandhiji had to attend all the meetings and also speak in the meetings. But Gandhiji always felt tongue-tied. He could never open his lips. While the other members spoke comfortably and conveniently about their opinions and ideas, Gandhiji sat silently. Even though he was tempted to speak, he was always at a loss of not knowing how to express himself. Then another time, a gentleman there in England had organized a meeting for the promotion of vegetarianism, and Gandhiji was invited there to give a speech. Now, to speak impromptu or extempore was out of question for Gandhiji, so he wrote down his speech on a sheet of paper that hardly filled the entire full-size paper. When Gandhiji stood there in the meeting to read his speech, Gandhiji couldn't. His vision became blurred and he trembled. Finally, it was his friend who read out the speech on behalf of him. And Gandhiji felt so ashamed of himself and sad for his incapacity. Then Gandhiji tried his hands on public speaking one last time while at England. Just before the day he was leaving for India, he had invited all his friends over to a restaurant for a dinner party. Now, Gandhiji was very well aware that his friends might ask him to speak a few words on the occasion, as is the custom there in England. So Gandhiji very carefully thought out of a speech that consisted very few sentences. He played it throughout his mind, throughout the day. Now, when his time came to speak there in front of his friends, he could not proceed beyond the first sentence. His memory completely failed him. "I thank you, gentlemen, for having kindly responded to my invitation," he said abruptly and sat down. He felt ridiculous. Though Gandhiji slowly overcame, his shyness, he could not completely win over his shyness. Gandhiji says, "All the shyness that I had has been to my advantage. My hesitancy in speech, which was once an annoyance, is now a pleasure. It has taught me the economy of words. I have naturally formed the habit of restraining my thoughts. Experience has taught me that silence is part of the spiritual discipline on the path of seeking truth." We find many people who are impatient to talk. In their excitement, they exceed their time limit. Some of them are prone to exaggerate. Some of them knowingly or unknowingly modify or suppress truth. All this kind of talking is of no benefit to the world. It is so much waste of time. And to deal with this problem, silence is necessary. A man of few words will be rarely thoughtless in his speech. He will measure every word. My shyness has been my shield. It has allowed me to grow. It has helped me in cultivating awareness towards truth. This is Lakshmi taking your leave. I'll see you next Tuesday with another toast.